Hi, so I thought I'd make y'all a video, and it's a safety video, just things in general that you might not think about and you need to think about in case you get stuck in an emergency. First of all, is your tank full of gas? You need to have a full gas tank. If there's going to be storms or there's flooding or any kind of ice or snow, always make sure you have enough gas, like fill it up to the top. So if you get struck or stranded somewhere, you have at least warmth until someone can come help you. I'm making this video for my nieces because Katerina knows, my daughter knows most of this stuff. I've already prepared her. And so, but I don't know what my nieces know, and I'm sure they know a lot. They probably know more than I do, but I'm making this video for whoever wants to watch it. And it is a cloudy, overcast day in Texas. So it's giving me like crazy old lady vibes. So I am gonna put my phone somewhere. Try to put my phone somewhere, maybe. I don't have a stand in my car. Should have thought about that. Anyways, most of our cars are electronic. And so if you get stuck in water and the water's starting to flood, because it can happen even on a small little street. It doesn't have to be a big street. It just has to have enough water to build up that can flood your car and possibly drown you. And this has happened in Texas with young girls that I've heard about on the news. I don't know about guys, probably happened to guys too. But our cars are all automatic, most of them, and we don't have the roll down windows like we used to. So the windows, if your car is getting flooded and you cannot roll down your window, what do you do? And so those are some of the questions I'm going to answer that I have prepared my daughter, and now I'm going to share it with y'all. But I also wanted to share it with my nieces as well. So this video is for them. And so if your car, and this is just general, this is not anything, I'm not any kind of guru, this is just a mama talking, and this is what I have in my car that I'm prepared to do. So my tank is on empty, okay? I'm in Texas, we don't normally have huge storms, but when we do, I go fill up my tank. It's like a quarter full, so I don't really drive this car all that much, but I do need to fill it up with gas. I think I go 5 miles, maybe every couple days. So I only have 20,000 miles on my car, and I don't drive very far, and the gas station's down the road, but I do need to put gas in my car. So your electronics will shut down if you get stuck in a flooded situation. That's how people panic and they die because their car fills up with water. And what do you do? The first thing I do recommend, and I don't know if I have one, I think I gave it to my daughter the last time she was in town, and I always usually gift these to family. So I have this. This is and please ignore the back, I'm moving, so I've got stuff packed in the back. So if you see a bunch of stuff in the back, it's because I'm moving. But this I bought at just any kind of like Home Depot. You can get it on Amazon. That's where I got this one. It's a seatbelt cutter, and it also has a windshield breaker. So you just, and it works. So you just tap your windshield with it, and it's gonna bust those windshields down to get you and your family safe. So I highly recommend keeping one of these in your car. I never go anywhere without it. Katerina has one in her car. They also make a seatbelt cutter and a retractable windshield key fob thing that you can keep on your keys if you get in a situation and you need to cut your seatbelts, kids' seatbelts, whatever you need to do to get your children out of the car in an emergency. And I usually keep this right up front where I can get to it. So, so with some flooding happening in Kentucky and Tennessee, I just all of a sudden felt like I needed to make this video. So highly recommend this. $10 will save your life. I think the most I paid for this was probably $10, and the key fobs as well. So highly recommend that. I gave everybody one for Christmas one year as a stocking stuffer. I need to do that again this coming year. So things I think about now that I am a mom, but I have older children. I have an older child, and I have nieces that are older that have my little nieces and nephews that are in the back seat. So I think about them all the time. So definitely this is highly recommended, and I would get this, and I would also get the one for your key fob. I will be buying another one of those because I just remembered Katerina took mine, which is fine. I want her to have that. Another thing to have in your car, just in general, is maybe a couple extra bottles of water. Now this water's empty. Again, I am an empty nester, so I don't have kids at home. But if I did have kids at home, I'd have a couple extra bottles of water in the car, because kids get thirsty and they get upset if they don't have something to drink. And then you have like some little light snacks as well you could throw in a little baggie with some water, just to have as extras if you're going to go out and the weather's bad and you know it's going to be bad. You just want to be prepared. Another thing I have is, and I've never had to use this, and I see that it's magnetic and a bunch of stuff is stuck to the back. Let me see if I pull those off. Okay, so this is a magnetic flasher. So anyways, this will flash as well. So if you need help on the roadway, I don't know if, oh, it works, yay. I haven't turned it on, and so I was just checking to see if it works, and it does. So my flasher, this has like been in here forever. So definitely recommend picking up some flashers, but you know, it's not the most important thing to have in your car. The seatbelt and the windshield breaker is really, really important. I also keep in my car extra straws, well, I hate paper straws. I hate paper straws. And so I keep extra straws in my car. Oh, there's a phone thing right there. I do keep an extra umbrella. I have 2 umbrellas. So originally I grew up in Seattle, so I always have umbrellas and raincoats with me. So that's always important. So I keep an umbrella. I would have wet wipes in your car. If I'm going somewhere, wet wipes are always in my car. And I keep hand sanitizer in my car as well, because you never know if you go somewhere or you have to use the bathroom somewhere that's not necessarily tidy. You're gonna have this hand sanitizer for your, you know, just to feel better about your situation. Now, I do have my guides for my my car in here, and I do recommend keeping these in your car, because what if something were to happen on the side of the road and you were alone and you needed help, or you didn't know what was beeping? So you could always use your quick reference guide. I know we can use our phones, but let's say your phone died. I've been in places where my phone is dead, and if you've lost any kind of, you know, electricity, or you're trying to figure stuff out, a reference guide is always good to have. I am a paper girl, but I also know that a lot of the younger generation rely on their phones for everything, and that's great. Like, I think that's super, but I also do think you need to keep a manual in your car, and then know where your 1-800 number, your emergency number, is for if you need roadside assistance or help with claims. You know, you might not want to look stuff up on your phone if you're stranded, because you don't want to use that cell phone life up. You want to preserve it. You can put it in airplane mode as well until you need to call out, just to preserve your battery if you're like really low. Sometimes I am on low. I do keep extra blankets in my car. So I will have, this bag usually has extra blankets and water. You could put snacks in here. You could put your, you know, just your emergency things in here. I also keep extra plastic bags in here, and I keep extra plastic bags. I keep reusable bags. I keep, you never know if someone's gonna get sick in your car. So those plastic bags come in handy, and if you had little kids, you know, or a husband that's gotten sick and he needs a bag, so, or a boyfriend, or whatever your situation is. So there's that. And I also, being from the Northwest, I have a really good hand scraper. Now from Texas, people here don't have this. Cracks me up. I have several sizes. I don't really use it all that much, you can see. I have used my credit card to get the ice off the windshield, but if it's cold out, this is very handy. So I will have that in the car. I do keep in my car extra toothbrushes. So if I'm in an emergency situation and I'm somewhere and I need a toothbrush, I got one. And I take 1 or 2 from the dentist's office. So shh. I do keep an extra 1 or 2 toothbrushes in my car from the dentist in my car for emergencies. Let me think, what else do I have in here? I have had to rescue horses on the side of the road. Crazy story. Mike's dad was in the hospital and we were coming home. We live on a really busy highway. I was coming home and I saw like legs walking across the road, like shadows from our headlights. Sorry. And the shadows, I was freaking out because I thought it was my horses on the road, because there was 2 horses. So I saw 8 legs. I was like, oh my gosh, our horses are out. You know, freak accident. People will open your gates. They don't think that people's livestock is gated. So, you know, don't open a gate unless you know for sure that there's nothing on that land or you own that land, because you can let someone's horses out or cows and that could cause a major accident on the highway. So my husband and I pulled over. Thank God it was like 1 in the morning. We were really tired and his dad wasn't doing well in the hospital at the time. And I grabbed whatever I had. I had a jacket with long sleeves, that's it. And because I know my horses are tame. So it was real easy for me to get them if they were mine. And I had some bungee cords. I didn't have enough. I didn't have what I needed in my car in case those were my horses. They ended up being the neighbor's horses. Thank God they were tame, because they allowed us to I told my husband, just grab the sleeves of the jacket, wrap it around the neck. It's dark. They get scared and spooked very easily. Could have been a very dangerous situation for us, the oncoming cars. We were trying to be very careful. Anyways, long story short, we ended up helping them across the road. I used a bungee cord, and we went and found the neighbor that the horses belonged to, and he came and got them. And the weirdest thing is that all their tack was tied up on the side of the gate, which was weird because they have a pretty big piece of land next to ours, and their tack was all there. And normally we don't keep our tack facing the road. Usually it's on the inside of something. So I was like thankful for halters and lead ropes at that time. So ever since that happened, I have extra dog harnesses and things like that. I've rescued dogs on the road. I've rescued cats on the road. Cats are a whole different situation. You have to get a cat carrier. I don't recommend putting a cat in your car unless you know that cat. So anyways, so that was that situation there, and they all got home safely. We were safe. Nobody got injured or hit or hurt on the highway, which was our major thought process is, you know, if it's our horses, I don't want someone to get hurt. I don't want my horses to get hurt, but I definitely don't want someone to get hurt because somebody left the gate open and my horses got out. So that's a whole nother tangent. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to go off on that, but don't open a gate unless you know there's no livestock and you know the people and they're okay with that. Okay, so another thing I keep in my car is emergency Band-Aids. So I will keep Band-Aids, and again, this is stuff all I have in here. I didn't go get anything extra. This is just stuff I had in my car. I jumped in my car just to make sure I had what I needed. If you're a female, just have some female hygienic products that you might need. If you get stuck on the road for a long period of time and you need something, you have that available to you. Again, I can't stress enough: plastic bags, paper towels, water, and that little tool. I mean, basically, as long as you're not freezing and everyone's bundled up, you'll be fine till help arrives, or you can get everybody out of the car safely. So with the flooding going on in Tennessee and Kentucky right now, I was worried about my family. So this is why I'm making this video. I don't normally do videos like this because I'm no expert. I'm just a mom trying to help out and keep you prepared. And I do keep an extra pair of scissors in my car. I do have a pocket knife, but it's not in the car. Usually it is, but I haven't had it in the car in a while because I haven't driven. But I'll keep a little emergency stash of scissors on my key fob. Plus I also have another little stash of scissors that I keep in my glove compartment, and just a little pair of kitty scissors. I mean, they don't have to be anything fancy. Dollar store, you know, something little to keep in your drawer. And anyways, stay safe out there. I love my family. That's the only reason why I'm making this video, and I care about y'all too. So just know these are things that I have told my daughter, and I want to share with y'all. So if you have any other tips, you know, a tire gauge is always great to have in your car. This might be a little extreme. I'm a little extreme sometimes. I always like to make sure I have what I need. My husband carries cable chains in his car to help people out of ditches and stuff, because of where we live on the highway. We always have to help people with gasoline and things you don't think about, like if you get stuck on the side of the highway and there's nowhere to get gas, where do you go? So he always keeps extra supplies in the back of his truck to help people out if you see somebody in need. I have taken gas to people on the side of the road before and helped them, but just do your part to make sure you and your family are safe. That's all I care about. And so anyways, this isn't supposed to be like a sad video. It's supposed to be happy and educational and and just some mom advice. So have a great day, and do what you need to be prepared. If you have any other tips, please leave them below to share with everybody. That way everyone has that information and they can load up their car with what they need. So have a great day, everybody, and stay safe out there.